No doubt.
There's gotta be drugs in the realm.
Oh, yeah.
There's gotta be.
It's like milk of the pop is like heroin, so I'm sure that there are people who misuse it.
Well, it is.
Taking a couple drops of the tongue here and there.
Probably up there sipping on the milk of the poppy like every fucking night.
Oh, yeah.
He's drawing his dick pics.
Hell
Probably,
yeah. Send her to Catelyn on Ravens that never quite make it.
I'm sending Eliza too. No one
Ooh, he probably is.
Yeah.
Warning, the following show will spoil the hell out of George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire books and the TV show A Game of Thrones. Also, you're probably going to find a fuck ton of bad language. The explicit tag is there for a reason.
Death and boobies, 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 death and boobies.
Hello and welcome back to the Ironwood Network Book Club. I'm your host, Lady Wyvern, and with me today is Maester Ironwood and Widow Wolfsbane. How are you guys doing today?
Sansa! It's a fucking Sansa chapter!
I think he's a little overzealous, unfortunately.
Just a little.
This chapter was a nightmare.
It was such a nightmare.
But I'm pretending to be excited.
I was fine reading it,
No.
but I kept laughing because all I kept thinking about were the Snapchats you were sending me while you were trying to read it.
I could not read this chapter.
She literally couldn't even.
I couldn't even. On a scale from 1 to white girl, it was all odd numbers because I couldn't even. My roommate was so mad at me because she's trying to study, and every 20 seconds, all she hears is, motherfucking dumb cunt, Jesus Christ. Fucking Sansa. And Jeyne sitting there being a mature person and an adult and understanding how the world works.
Well,
sure, but she's a dirt people, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my god.
Sansa's so much like her fucking mother.
Yes.
Yeah, Sansa Tully is definitely a cunt in this chapter.
Yeah.
And anybody who says differently can go shut the fuck up, because...
Well, I used to be the one, but she's just a teenage girl. She doesn't know what she's talking about, but she was just annoying as fuck.
Yeah, and then you're like, well, wait, Jeyne Poole's a teenage girl, and she's actually got some kind of common sense.
Yeah, but Jeyne, of course Jeyne has the common sense because she grew up in the real world. She didn't grow up as
the lady of a castle.
As the cunt of Winterfell.
Yeah.
No, Catelyn's the cunt.
Okay, the cunt in training of Winterfell.
There you go.
That works. Oh my goodness.
Alright, so in case you couldn't figure it out, we're here discussing Sansa 4?
3.
3?
Sansa 3.
I was overzealous in my hoping we were close to being
You're
done with
just
Sansa's
overzealous.
chapter.
You're just overzealous.
Alright, Sansa 3.
It is chapter 44, though.
Sure. Why not?
I don't keep track of that.
I don't know why I started.
Because you just wanted something else to write in your notebook.
I did.
Because you don't write notes anymore, so...
Only on Edder 12, apparently, and only on Edder chapters, actually. Like, Edder chapters I don't fucking take notes on. Most important shit happens there. No notes.
Alright, so who wants to give us a synopsis?
I don't think I can be trusted, frankly.
Of Sansa.
You're looking
Chapter
at me.
3.
I can't be
First
trusted.
Blood.
Part 3.
4.
Stop with the first blood shit. What? She hasn't bled yet!
I know.
Unfortunately.
That chapter's gonna have to be called that.
Yeah,
it is gonna have to be called that.
Yeah, I know.
We've already preemptively named that chapter. What is that next? Is that next book?
Yes, like, at least next book, if not further.
Yeah.
We have all these names for chapters in the future. 9 times out of 10, we won't even remember them.
Oh, no, we'll remember that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alright.
So...
I mean,
I guess I'm doing it since Maester keeps giving me the side eye and Widow's not allowed to do it anymore.
I would say I could try, but it's not going to be pretty.
Well, it's not going to be pretty no matter who does it, because it's a Sansa chapter.
Yeah, because...
You want me to do it anyway, then?
No.
No, because we don't have 5 hours.
It would take longer than that.
Yeah, exactly.
It took me longer than that to read this stupid chapter.
Alright, Lady Wyvern, why don't you go ahead and give us a synopsis of Sansa?
Okay, I'm extremely rusty at this, so bear with me. I promise it won't be as bad as her.
Okay.
Alright, so the chapter opens up with Sansa and her best friend Jeyne Poole.
Her handmaiden.
Aren't they friends? If you want me to do the synopsis, stop talking. You can correct me later.
He just locked it, threw away the key, you guys.
Okay, Sansa and her handmaiden, Jeyne Poole, are having dinner by candlelight because Ned is too sick to eat dinner with them, so he's eating dinner in his room with a couple of his other men to discuss issues. I can't remember what about. And they're talking about the events that happened in court that day, and all Sansa wants to do is talk about court, and Jeyne doesn't seem really too interested. She has tried to move the conversation to Arya, and Sansa doesn't want to talk about Arya at all. You can unlock your mouth now.
You want that key back?
No, please continue. I mean, I would have just went like, so Sansa's talking, yada, 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 oh, Sir Loras, oh, Joffrey, blah, 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 blah.
Sir Dondarrion's too old.
He's
22.
Old man at 22.
Yeah.
Are we just all doing the...
We should.
And then they go and have breakfast the next morning where Arya throws fruit at Sansa.
Yeah,
And
ruins her
dress.
the dress that Cersei gave her.
Cersei gave her. Oh,
When
She was betrothed to Joffrey.
Yep, and so she cries like a little twat and goes back to her room and locks herself in.
She doesn't cry because remember.
Oh, that's right.
Big girls don't cry.
Oh, she's 30 now.
Queens don't cry.
That's right. She cries after she locks herself in her room.
Right.
She takes this really expensive dress and throws it in the fire pit.
Yep.
All right, and then she notices her under whatever her
slip.
Her slip, yeah, that's the word, is also stained, so she takes that off, and she's bawling her eyes out. She cries herself to sleep like a fucking child.
And then they're called in front of their father.
Midday, yes. She slept all morning because she's so depressed. Life is so miserable for her.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of rough.
Well, her Joffrey's away hunting.
I don't give a shit.
They're a gallant prince. Yeah.
So her and Arya are called to Ned's quarters to talk. Both girls think it's because they're in trouble because of the fight over breakfast.
Yep.
Do it!
And Ned informs them that they will be going home.
Which they also think is because they were fighting.
Yep.
Yes.
And that Sansa's no longer betrothed to Joffrey because he's tired of them fighting.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, and Ned tells her that someday, when she's old enough, he'll find her a man who is brave and kind to marry.
Yep.
And she says, she says she doesn't want somebody who's brave and kind. She wants Joffrey.
Which, in and of itself, I'm pretty sure is a little bit of foreshadowing.
Joffrey is none of this.
Because he gives her 3 adjectives, and she doesn't want the brave or the kind and gentle or whatever.
Yeah.
Brave. She doesn't want brave. She doesn't want kind. Brave and gentle.
She's one brave and gentle.
Yeah.
So that's some foreshadowing.
If only she knew what kind of human he would really be. I don't think she ever does actually
Ned
find
seems
out.
to know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Ned
I don't think
sees
Sansa ever actually finds out what kind of person Joffrey is.
Yeah, she does.
No, like with the murdering the whores and stuff before he died. Oh wait, yeah, because she's still there. She's there at court for all that.
Yeah.
She's there
That's
for all
right.
that.
I forgot about that.
And she would still find out.
And she knows that he likes to kill animals. Like, she specifically puts in this thing that, well, he likes, like, it's not that he likes hunting. He likes the killing the animal part.
He likes to kill things. But only animals, not humans, I think.
Sort of.
Maybe.
Kinda.
So Sansa's throwing her fit, whining and crying, trying to convince her dad to stay in town, which isn't going right. And Ned said something along the lines of comparing Joffrey to King Robert, and Sansa pipes up and says Joffrey's nothing like that wicked old drunk.
From the mouths of babes.
Yep, she mentions his hair and something else, and the child has no idea what she just fucking said.
Nope.
And Ned's got a light bulb.
Finally, Ned gets a light bulb.
Yep.
I was gonna put out there that we are at, like, the meat and potatoes, the only important part of this chapter, and we're almost done with it, and I'm fine with that.
This is just a synopsis.
There's plenty more to discuss.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Might not be important stuff, but we'll make fun of it anyway.
Can't we just leave this episode at the synopsis?
Yeah, no, it'll still be shorter than the prologue.
Okay.
No.
No.
So Ned goes, I have a light bulb. You girls go to bed. I have to think on this. And Sansa cries herself to sleep again.
He's got to put his thinking pants on.
After Arya tries to console her and try to make things better for her older sister.
Yeah.
And Sansa's like, fuck off, I don't want anything to do with you. You've ruined my life. This is all your fault. And she goes and locks herself in a room and cries herself to sleep again.
Yep. That sounds about right.
Poor Arya.
Poor Sansa.
I don't give a shit about Sansa. I feel bad for Arya.
I mean, this is true. I don't give a shit about Sansa either. Fuck that dumb bitch.
Arya, the only thing Arya wants is for her dance teacher to come north with her.
Yeah.
Which Ned agrees to.
Yeah,
as long
like,
as Syrio will join his service.
Yep. Too bad he doesn't get the chance.
I wonder if Syrio would... What would Syrio be, though? Would he
A
just
dance
be like a
instructor.
knight?
He's Sansa's or Arya's dance instructor.
He would just be that,
Just
though?
be
Like, he would be like
that
one of his
would be
knights
like
or...
that.
He'd do that at
Winterfell.
Winterfell, and I'm sure he'd take his spare time to go fight swords in the yard.
Because I feel like he would be kind of like a Master at Armsy kind of dude, and anything less than that would be kind of an insult.
Well, we kind of already have one of those.
You know?
And Syrio Forel's not a sir. He's not a knight.
He's not a knight?
No, he's
Oh,
Syrio
no.
Farrell.
He was the first sword of Bravos. They don't have knights in Bravos.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I have first
Okay.
swords. I think that guy's with swords.
I've been
waiting to do that.
I know. I noticed we
Since
only...
the last chapter we did it in.
Yeah, I noticed we only ever do that when we're talking about Syrio, though.
Yes.
We don't do that for just anybody. It's just Syrio.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because of how he's portrayed on the TV show. It resembles
That's
Aladdin
true.
a little bit
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, the Italian guy definitely resembles the Persian movie.
I said a little bit.
Listen,
And fuck you.
he's a diamond in the rough. Okay, alright, so can we
Is he
start?
going to take you on a magic carpet ride?
I hope so.
Alright, so that's the end of the synopsis.
So that's the end of the episode.
Would you rather him or Sandor or Clegane?
You'd rather Sandor Clegane.
I probably would. I like that disgusting fuck. I don't know what it is.
Because you're a disgusting fuck.
I actually really like the actor that plays him, though, even though he's got the same first name as my dad.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's creepy. Yeah.
First name is Rory?
Oh, I thought his name was Joseph.
No. Rory.
Nope,
See,
I don't know.
you say Rory, I think of Doctor
Yes, I know
Who.
you think of Doctor Who.
Right
So that
start.
was a beautiful synopsis of Sansa.
That's all we got so far.
That's all we got so far as the synopsis.
It's been a while.
That was great teamwork, guys.
About an hour.
A good team. We really threesomed that synopsis.
Yeah, we did.
You
Well.
enjoyed it. So Sansa and Jeyne are at dinner. They're having dinner by themselves.
And Sansa is very upset that her father would not send Sir Loras.
On one hand, I think she just doesn't understand the politics. On the other hand,
doesn't.
she absolutely
She doesn't
does
fucking get
not.
An idiot teenager.
She literally thinks the only reason her dad didn't send Sir Loras is because his leg hurts and it makes him not think straight.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
And Jane's like, what's wrong with Sir Loras' leg?
Yeah, because Jane's like, well,
Jane doesn't go to. She doesn't go to.
She didn't go to court.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
she's a dirt people. Of course she doesn't go to court.
Yeah, dirt people
Yeah.
aren't allowed at court.
So
Unless they're there to tell their dirt people stories to the king or the hand.
wait.
Yeah.
So is Jeyne Poole to Sansa what Daenerys' girls are to her?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's her Shay before
the
she gets
lady
Shay.
in waiting.
Okay. That's it. Okay.
Yes.
Only
Her
Jane
servant,
doesn't
her
teach Sansa
servant.
how to please her husband.
Well, not yet.
You think Jane teaches Sansa how to please her husband?
Oh, she pleases Ramsay later on.
Well, I think Ramsay does it himself, but
Well, he does by raping her, but yeah.
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 You know,
I mean, you say tomato, I say tomato.
normal Westerosi wedding, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
But yeah, no, poor fucking Jane is just sitting there, like, she's trying to follow Sansa's logic, but Sansa doesn't have logic. So she's just sitting there, and she goes, wait, how did Sir Loras hurt his leg? And she goes, not him, my father's leg.
The only reason I can think of that he wouldn't send Sir Loras, who is a gallant and strapping young man, to go and behead Gregor Clegane, is that his leg hurts.
Not the
Yeah.
fact that he's
I'm a
3.5 feet
fucking
shorter than the
retard.
mountain.
Yeah.
And, he's like 1/5 his weight.
And he's a fucking kid.
Yeah, he's 15, 16.
Yeah.
16.
I really think,
16.
watching Jane in this chapter, I really think Jane's just like sitting there reading a book, not paying attention to Sansa, and she perks up because she's confused about something she thought she heard. Wait, he hurt his leg? What?
Yeah.
Oh, let me go back to reading. I don't care.
This front part of the chapter, was the hardest part for me to get through.
Oh, I know.
And I actually, to wrap my head around it, I had to explain it to your sister, who had to stop doing nursing homework for me to be like, this dumb bitch is like, well, he's a hero, and the mountain's a monster. You can't, and Sir
He's not a hero.
So you can't send a monster to fight a monster.
He's a pretty boy who got...
Who gave her a token.
Yeah, he didn't win the tourney.
No, he didn't.
So...
But she's just like, she goes, well, he should have sent a hero.
Actually, he did.
He gave away his winnings, so
he gave the winnings to Sander.
Yeah, so he
but
didn't.
He did actually win the tourney.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
guess.
Because Sander saved his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so he did win.
The redeeming quality of Sander. That's why I like him.
But he just wanted vengeance or revenge or whatever word they use in these books.
Vengeance.
So
He's just too...
He's too young. He's too green.
He's too inexperienced. He's a summer child he's a green boy who still reeks of summer.
Yes, and he's literally trying to hack at anything to carve a name out for himself. And the mountain is not the substance to do that on.
No. No, he'll die.
Yeah.
And that'll be it. Yeah.
I don't think
he went against the mountain right now, yeah.
And I don't think a plum is the thing that would be shoved in his mouth. I'm pretty sure it'd be his own cock shoved back in his mouth per the mountain.
Yeah. Or just the plum shoved up his ass.
Well, yeah, he'd probably have both. Because the mountain's fucked up.
Right, exactly.
So, but yeah, this fucking dumb bitch. And poor Jeyne is like, well, he should have sent Sir Ilan Payne because that's the king's justice.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, I don't like him either, because he doesn't talk and stuff and whatnot. And
he scares me!
Yeah.
Who better to send after somebody like Gregor Clegane than somebody who fucking scares you, you little fucking twat?
Yeah. And then she's like, but you can't send a monster after a monster. You have to send a hero after a monster.
She's very much into her fairy tales and her old Nan stories and songs. And
well, yeah, because when she's crying to Ned later on, she's like, I want to have his babies like I'm Jonquil to his fucking Florian.
Is that what their names were?
Yeah.
Jonquil and Florian,
or what's her face to Aegon, whatever his name is, or something.
The Dragon Knight.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, she's just fucking naming stories from tales. She's literally just like... She's that kid reading the smut novels all day, trying to find that perfect guy that doesn't fucking exist because all you're reading are smut novels.
I've been to every bar in my shitty town and I haven't seen a Fabio with his shirt open yet.
Exactly.
There's a reason I gave up reading smut books.
Seriously. There's a reason every girl in her mid-20s gives that up, because it's not real.
Yeah.
So then they switch to vampires.
I don't read vampires. I'm reading Game of Thrones. What the fuck are you talking about?
There could be a vampire in here.
I did vampires before
his
that.
name is Roose Bolton. Roose Bolt-on.
Doesn't that make him a Frankenstein's monster?
No, because he's not sewn together.
He's got bolt on his neck.
No, that would make Theon his Frankenstein's monster.
No.
No, because Roose is his father.
Roose
that's right. That was Ramsay.
Yeah.
Well, there goes my thought.
That would make Ramsay Frankenstein. I don't think he's that smart. He's a fucking cunning bastard.
Oh,
he's definitely a Slytherin.
Definitely smart.
Yeah.
No, he's Durmstrang.
Durmstrang?
No.
I don't think Durmstrang's that much of assholes. I mean, they're mean, but I don't think they're, like, specifically all...
They're like Slytherin, but worse. Like, Slytherin's like the good like the kids who were too good, like, too nice still to get into Durmstrang.
Fucking Jeyne's trying to sit here and be logical of some fashion, and she's getting frustrated with Sansa's complete and total lack of common sense.
Yeah, I wonder if this is
being an adult.
I wonder how this is Ned feels when he's talking to Catelyn.
I feel like it is. I feel like Jeyne's like, Jesus Christ, Ned, I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I don't know how you've managed this. I'm probably going to slit my own wrists.
Like, I feel like if Jeyne were to tell Sansa, do not try to marry Joffrey, she'd be like, oh my god, that's the first thing I'm going to go do right now!
Well, yeah, because her dad's saying you're not going to marry him, and she's saying, watch me.
Yeah,
so...
See? Already, point proven. Ned says do something or don't do something, and a totally bitch is exactly like, let's do the opposite.
Yeah. I was surprised, well, not really surprised since this is my second time reading, but it still irks me that...
Surprise, not surprise.
that Lord Baelish went up and was talking to Sansa right after court that day. Like, he left the table real quick, and then he went to, he went to find,
following them.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
That's just really fucking creepy. And then he touched her face. No.
He's got ears to whisper in, to pass little thoughts.
No. Absolutely not. Telling Sansa about how her idea is a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe not the monsters, but...
Here's a question that I have that's related to this area of the chapter.
Oh, really?
Since when is 22 fucking old?
I know.
When you're 11, apparently, and retarded.
I was offended when they said 22 was old, and I used to never be offended over that.
I know.
Shit.
I saw that, and she's like, he's so old. He's old. No, not even that he's 22. He's almost 22.
Yeah.
He's not even. He's 20 fucking 1.
Yeah.
His name days are like 2 months.
Motherfucker can barely drink a beer.
Yeah.
Well, they're allowed to drink beer by the time they're like 12 or 13.
Well, I'm pretty sure all they have to drink in this world is water, beer, and wine.
And milk of the poppy.
And milk of the poppy. I don't think many people just go around drinking that for fun.
You never know.
I'm sure there are some, no doubt.
There's gotta be drugs in the realm.
Oh, yeah.
There's gotta be.
Hey, it's like milk of the poppy is like heroin, so I'm sure that there are people who misuse it.
Well, it is.
Taking a couple drops of tongue here and there.
Probably up there sipping on the milk of the poppy like every fucking night.
Oh, yeah.
He's drawing his dick pics.
Hell
Probably,
yeah. Send her to Catelyn and Ravens that never quite make it.
Sending Eliza too. No,
he probably is.
Yeah. Maybe
but he's signing them from Littlefinger so that way she'll send pics back. He's not dumb.
God. Maybe he's into the Hoster Tully as well, because remember, he was the Maester there for a long time.
Ooh.
And maybe Hoster misses his dick pics.
Maybe. That's why Hoster's sick.
Don't make me throw up.
Maybe that's why Blackfish left. Maybe he was trading dick pics with Blackfish, and then when Catelyn and Maester Luwin were leaving, he's like, well, fuck this, I'm gonna leave now. There's no reason for me to stay.
That's enough.
There's no dick pics. They can send birds to each other from
but they don't hang around at Riverrun anymore because now they're gonna be birds, so he can get the bird anywhere.
Exactly. I'm perfectly okay with Maester Luwin and Catelyn sending dick pics, but Brendan Blackfish is going way too far. It's completely unacceptable. Don't go there.
I don't know. He's got to have a vice somewhere.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it's his niece's dick pics.
He does have a vice in that he thinks Catelyn's intelligent. And that's a pretty big vice.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's a pretty big vice to have.
That's worse than heroin.
It's worse than trading dick pics with Maester Luwin, I think.
It is, and it's worse than heroin. It's worse than doing heroin while sending pictures to Maester Luwin.
Yeah.
Are we finished?
I don't know, is it done yet?
Are we there yet?
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so anyway, poor Jeyne is fucking sitting there.
And Jeyne says she would love to, because she's a young girl, so what is she thinking? Oh, she's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I could be with Lord Beric? Because he's so handsome and gallant. And Sansa's like in her mind like, yeah, but you're a fucking dirt people. And so he wouldn't want you, obviously, because you're a dirt people. But I can't say that out loud because that wouldn't be nice.
Yeah. It would have been unkind to say so, however. Yeah. So she took a sip of milk and changed the subject.
Let me put it this way. At any age, if your first thought when your best friend talks about the guy that she really likes, and your first thought is, well, you're too fucking low-class scum for him, you're doing life wrong.
Yeah.
She's a mean girl.
Yeah, she is a mean girl. She's got a fucking burn book somewhere, and 80% of it is Arya.
Which is why, I do not feel bad for her for all the bad shit that happened to her. Because you know what? She needs to get knocked around a little bit to fucking get some common sense built up.
Yeah.
A little humility in life would do her some fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's had everything handed to her because she's the first daughter, and she's going to be married off to the prince.
That's why I'm not upset when all that shit that Joffrey does to her happens. Like, when he, damn near, in the show, he damn near strips her naked in front of the entire fucking court.
Yeah, she fucking needs it.
Yeah. Like, bitch, bad shit happens to people. Get over it.
Bad shit happens to people doesn't mean they deserve it.
She does.
Now, mind you,
I disagree,
she would have just done it herself and been like, fine, keep your fucking dress, bitch.
I would have.
Yeah, no.
I think there are people who think they're good people that are not.
That
deserve that bad shit to happen to them, and she's one of them.
And so is Joffrey, by the way, so maybe they deserve each other.
People can think they're good people and be horrible people, but I don't think anybody deserves that. That's just me. You can look at
She
me like
needs to learn a little humility.
You can try to be the nice person on the show, but I know who you really are.
I hate people, okay? I do
too, which is why I don't mind that
I do not
some of them.
think people deserve to have bad things happen to them.
So she changes the subject about a dream that she had about Joffrey killing the White Hart.
It wasn't
But it wasn't actually a dream. It was a hope.
But it sounds better if it's a dream because dreams
are prophetic.
Yes.
Or pathetic.
I was going to say that.
Where in reality what it was is she refers to it as a wish, but what it really was is her lollygagging off in the middle of court daydreaming about Joffrey.
But a wish is a dream your heart makes.
Oh, so lollygagging was for flicking the bean because you said in the middle of court. Okay.
Yes, not this time.
Okay, because I was thinking it was probably she was flicking the bean and thinking about Joffrey and his white heart that he killed for her because she wants him to slaughter things for her. And like she's a god and he's making sacrifices to her.
I mean, that's more or less how she feels about this.
And then Jeyne's just as stupid as Sansa and goes, really? Did he just go up and touch it and he comes back with it like it does in the songs and the stories?
I don't think she was being...
You think she was being facetious?
I think she was being facetious. I think she was throwing it in her face.
Absolutely.
Like, you want everything to be a fucking childish story? Did he just go up and touch it, you dumb cunt? Like, that's how I read that.
I kind of hope that's the case.
I think that's how it happened because this entire time, she's sitting there like, dude, he's the king's justice. Like, Ilan Payne should go because that's his fucking job. And Sansa's like, no, he's a monster. So then she starts talking about fucking bullshit story stuff again. And she goes, oh, so you want him to not harm it and just go up and give it a little touch like a story?
Okay, so Sansa's the Republican who wants everything her way, and then Jeyne Poole's the liberal who's trying to talk some sense into her.
Yeah, we have to cut that out. Thank you.
I wasn't going to go with that part with it.
Shirt.
I was going to say, Alright, I'll take my shirt off. Apparently we're back at this.
I have another shirt on, guys.
She does, I don't.
I always wear layers.
But, I thought of this more as, like, the babysitting thing, where, like, you're babysitting a young child, and, like, you just have to go along with their story, but you're really fucking tired of it, so, you're like, you're like,
Oh, really? And then the dog walked on two legs and did a dance? Oh my god, that's so amazing.
Yeah. His name is Goofy, and that's offensive to me.
Listen, I want to know why there's two dogs, but one is Goofy and the other one's Pluto. And then Jeyne's got fucking tired, like, and this is the other reason why I feel like what Jeyne is talking about, like, that sentence is facetious, is because Sansa's talking about, like, she keeps going through that whole thing, and instead of listening to her, she just goes, I saw your sister this afternoon. Yeah. Like, she's just trying to change the topic away from her stupid childish bullshit.
Yeah, to anything else.
Yeah. She's like, I would rather start an argument with you about your sister than listen to you bitch about Joffrey for another 20 seconds.
Yep. Which Sansa's like, how did she know I was just thinking about Arya?
Yeah. Because Arya ruins everything. You always think about how she ruins everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fantastic.
And then she changes the subject off Arya right quick. Mm-hmm. Doesn't want to listen to her.
Don't want to talk about that bitch.
No, and she changes it to Yoren.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, with the fucking teenage
dirt people thing.
No, with the teenage, like,
everything has to be about appearances.
Yeah,
and how attractive somebody is.
She's like, in the North, we call them the Knights of the Night's Watch, right? Like, they're the Black Knights.
Yes.
And you're like, but he wasn't, like, dreamy and night-like. He was, like, crooked and hunchbacked and
smelly.
Had lice.
And like, and old and everything, and not attractive in any fashion.
And she almost feels bad for her
bastard half-brother John.
Yep.
Every time in her fucking chapters when John is brought up, it's her bastard half-brother
Well, yeah,
John.
Because she doesn't want people to think she's actually his brother.
She should just call her the BHB. Sorry.
I gotta tell you,
we call him
I wonder how she's gonna handle it when she finds out that she's the bastard.
Oh, her life will be ruined.
Oh, that's literally the one reason why I really, really, really want Jon to be the true Stark, is so that Sansa can fucking learn that she's a bastard and her name is fucking Sansa Snow.
Oh my god.
Because she'll fucking slit her wrists and cry and drown herself in the black water and it'll be fucking amazing.
I literally just had this beautiful thought of Jon finding out that he's the heir and the rest of them are bastards, and he looks at them and goes, half-brother, half-sister, half-brother, half-brother, bastard half-sister.
No, because like
and
Arya,
get the fuck out of Winterfell because it's mine.
Like Arya, he'd be like sister. Rob, he'd be like brother. Bran, he'd be brother because they...
Yeah, they treat him like he's human.
Yeah.
And when they all refer to him that we're aware of, they always just say, my brother John, or my half-brother
John. They don't say like bastard.
Yeah.
And Rickon is too young to say anything, so he'll probably be like brother to Rickon.
Yeah.
And then to Sansa be like, bastard half-sister. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Hey, bastard half-sister, here's your dirty horse that I couldn't bother to be clean. Get the fuck out of my town.
Yep.
Oh, there's another one from this chapter. Sansa did not like the stables so much that she would have the
stable boy.
Have the Hodor bring her the fucking horse outside of the stables because she couldn't possibly go in there because there's stinking.
Yeah, because Arya was doing hands walking through the stables.
Yeah.
I love Arya.
Oh my goodness. And then so she keeps doing this and she's talking about this stupid shit about Yoren and she goes back into her stupid daydreamy bullshit.
Yeah.
And then Jeyne's just like, are there any lemon cakes in the kitchen?
Yeah, like literally.
She yawns!
Anything else to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go find some fucking lemon cakes.
And Sansa's like, I don't like being interrupted, but I guess that's not a terrible idea.
Because I do love some lemon cakes.
Yeah.
Too bad for her they didn't find any.
No, but they did have a strawberry pie. Or half a strawberry.
Strawberry pie.
And that was another thing I was groaning about last night. I'm like, seriously, all these chapters with like all this random information, and this chapter is just like the most painful for it.
I think you said that about the last Sansa chapter.
Yeah.
I said about it's just every fucking Sansa chapter.
Because everything is so detailed because Sansa just pays attention to everything. But then you get it filtered through her fucking ridiculous brain.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So they get their cake and they're sitting on the stairs and they talk rumors and bullshit and eat the pie. And then she goes to bed all happy and glad that she had a good day with her best friend.
Yep.
Which her best friend just wants to stab her in
her
the back.
best friend's like, oh, thank God that's over.
Her best friend's like, I'm so fucking tired of waiting on this bitch.
8 hours of peace, finally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until the morning.
Well, and then even in the morning, she doesn't have to deal with her because
that's true, because she has to go have breakfast with Septa Mordain with Arya, so...
Because Jeyne has to have
because Jeyne's not good enough to eat with them.
Yeah, she's got to have dinner or breakfast with the other dirt people.
Yep.
Yep. Notice how Sansa doesn't invite Jeyne to sup or breakfast with her like Ned invites his men to sup and breakfast with him.
That's because she's not a Stark, she's a Tully.
That's true.
Sansa's also not taught like her brothers are from her father.
You think you could pick that up just by seeing your dad do it?
Yeah, but she doesn't care, so she doesn't notice.
She doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care. I say, if you see someone doing some basic human decency over there and you don't care enough about it, you ain't gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
So she wakes up the next morning, and it's a beautiful morning, and it's so beautiful the way the men are getting ready to go fight and kill this guy. Yeah.
It's so beautiful, the men preparing to go die.
They're so beautiful.
She was so proud.
It's just like a song.
Now she's fine with Sir Beric leading the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sir Loras isn't leaving now.
Yep.
So she can still stare at him and oogle him from across the or across court.
Yeah.
Make eyes at him while Joffrey stares at her.
Yeah. Wanting to fucking plot her death.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And Sir Loras.
Because someone else's wolf bit him.
Yep.
And Helen was handsomer than Jory. Because the man's dead.
Yeah. The poor man's dead, and all she can think about is how ugly he used to be.
I will say this, though. At least when she was looking out at the men that were preparing to go get Sir Gregor, at least she had the decency to say, but the men of the North are the best there.
Well, yes.
Like, at least she had the common decency to do that.
Yeah, she was at least born in the North. She's got at least a little bit of Northern pride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's nice.
Yeah. Alright. Whoa.
I'm gonna give her credit.
Whoa.
I know.
You should put that as a disclaimer. There is one redeeming quality about Sansa in this chapter.
And it was a fleeting thought that she'll never think again.
Yes.
So, not even one redeeming, because...
It wasn't a conscious effort that she put forth.
It doesn't do anything with the thousands and thousands of ridiculous negative thoughts she thought before this or after this.
Yes.
Or spitting on the grave of a dead man who died protecting her family.
There was a split second of her showing some kind of maturity and then going back to her ridiculousness.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's having this moment of clarity while still imagining how gallant these men are.
Yep.
And the songs that'll be written about them going off to fight the monster.
It was all so exciting, like a song come to life,
Oh, my God.
Yep. So
and
she
and then they're having breakfast, and so she's talking about how pretty they were, and Arya's like, well, what the fuck did Gregor do? Because she wasn't at court. She was...
she doesn't care.
She was her dancing master. She was a Sirio. So she has no clue what the fuck happened, and Sansa's like, he burned down a whole fest and murdered a bunch of people, like women and children too. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, because Arya thought that they were sending all these people to go kill Jaime.
Yeah, to kill Jaime. Jaime and the Hound, because those two are the ones that had killed
Micah
and Will and Jory.
And their other men.
And Sansa's like, oh my god, Arya, your little butcher's boy attacked my Joffrey.
Yeah. Even by herself, without the king or the prince there, she has convinced herself now that Micah attacked Joffrey.
Yeah, she's literally lied to herself so much about that situation.
She believes that's true.
Yeah. She now has her own solid truth. Her own fake truth of this.
Her own fake news.
Her own fake news.
This is her Bowling Green.
Yes.
Her Kofafe.
You have a question.
Okay.
Does Sansa's dream mean anything? She dreams about Lady. She dreamed about Lady.
That dream. well, because we're not there yet.
No, because she fucking woke up. Or was this the dream she has after she goes back crying to her room?
Yeah, that's the dream she has after.
We're not quite there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, sorry. I'm like 2 hours ahead of myself. Western Standard Time.
Well, you're 2 hours ahead.
Westerosi Standard Time.
You're also 2 hours ahead of how long it's going to take us to get to that fucking part of the chapter.
That should be
You'll be
it's only
naked by
5
then.
paragraphs away, but it's going to take us 2 hours.
You'll be naked by then.
Probably.
Okay.
So, they're eating breakfast.
And they're fighting.
Yes.
They're fighting, of course.
Yep.
And Arya's like, well, they should have fucking killed Sander and fucking Prince Joffrey for killing Micah.
And so Arya gets pissed and throws her fucking blood orange at her sister.
It's just like squeezes it.
Fucking head.
Right in the forehead. And it slides. I can just see it. It slowly slides down her face.
Yeah, it's like an old school Disney movie where it hits and it's just like...
And then it just flops on her lap.
Yeah.
And she's wearing this white satin dress that
the
Cersei...
Queen had given her on the day of her betrothal.
Yep.
It was her betrothal gift.
So Sansa gets pissed because there's a blood orange in her lap, ruining her ivory silk dress.
Thank you.
That she loved so fucking much.
That was made for her. Did Cersei actually make it, or did Cersei give it to her?
had it made for her.
Cersei didn't make it.
No, she had it made for her.
Come on.
Because
the only thing Cersei makes is Jaime's wood.
Because Sansa says, Sansa says, go ahead and call me all the names you want. You won't dare when I'm married to Joffrey. You'll have to bow and call me your grace. So Arya throws the orange and goes, you have juice on your face, your grace. I love it. Arya's my favorite part of this chapter.
That's on World Star because that's an epic rap battle line right there.
Is it?
We should put that should be the chapter title, Juice on Your Face.
Nope. I got a better one.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got a couple of good ones.
So, Sansa gets pissed.
Because it's a red-orange soup.
Okay.
Sansa gets pissed and says they should have killed you instead.
Yes, to which
That's
Mordain,
fucking brutal!
Yeah, to which Mordain freaks the fuck out. And then here comes one of those other instances of which I see Sansa, and I'm like, there's fucking consequences for your fucking actions, you dumb bitch. She sits there and tells her sister, you should be dead. And Mordain's like, that's it, you guys are fucking done, go to your rooms. And she goes, me? But I didn't do anything. Like, you just fucking wished your sister was dead. How do you think that you didn't do anything?
Because she's never wrong. She's the one gonna be marrying the prince. There's nothing wrong with her.
It's not fair, I didn't do anything. Like, no, you just told your sister you wanted her to be dead.
If anything, I would have sent Sansa back to her room and let Arya eat her breakfast in peace.
Seriously, I would have too. I would have been like, listen, Arya, I would have sent Sansa to her room and be like, both of you go back to your room, and then grabbed Arya to the table,
and be like,
yeah, it's fine.
Don't do that to your sister again.
Yeah. Don't antagonize her. We know she's an idiot.
Hates Arya. So.
Yeah, because she's not a lady.
Yeah.
Neither is Septa.
Despite her best efforts.
Neither is Septa Mordain as she gets hammered and passes out at the king's tourney at the table.
I think Arya and I are kindred spirits.
Wasn't Joffrey feeding her wine, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it wasn't entirely Mordain's fault, but she was
reading Septa Mordain wine. Maybe it was so he could
kept making
closer to Sansa.
Yeah, because he kept doing that the entire time. Like, he kept making sure that their glasses were full. Being a gentleman.
Yes, he was being a gentleman.
So there's that.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god. But fucking Septa Mordane and her dumb bullshit too.
You know, she's just a, what's it called, a nursing maid?
I call her,
She's a Septa.
when I was complaining about...
She's a nun.
She's a governess. She's like,
Yeah.
She's a governess.
She's a governess.
But she's also a nun.
Yeah. But that was when I was complaining.
So she's,
No, she's not.
Yes.
Not even a little bit.
The Sound of Music.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Clara.
No, I was going
No.
to Sound of Music. She's a nun, and
Okay.
she's
a governess to the what's-his-name's kids. Yeah. And that's how I explained it to your sister when I was complaining about this part, too. I'm like, the fucking governess is telling her you're being a dumbass. And she's just, like, sitting there staring at me like, you just shouldn't go tomorrow. Like, you can't get through this chapter. She goes, it's been 45 minutes.
That's fair, because it only took Roy Dotrice about 25 minutes to read it on my audiobook.
Exactly! And it took me 45 minutes to get, like, past the first 3 paragraphs. But yeah, so then she goes to her room, and she's screaming about how much she hates her. I hate her, I hate her. Thinks her gown is completely ruined.
Which it is.
So she throws it in the fucking fire pit!
Well, I mean, what else?
Nothing to do with it.
Yeah, she can't, like, I don't think that they don't have, OxyClean to get that shit out.
No, but I'm
at
pretty
this point.
sure, you know, fabric like that, you cut out the bad part and use the rest of it for something else.
Or you can just give it to the dirt
I mean, that's
people.
true, too.
The dirt people
She
would love
could give
it,
it to
even
the
if
dirt
it's
people.
blood stains.
The dirt people would add a couple extra blood stains to it.
Yeah,
and be
a nice
like,
Halloween costume.
yeah, be like, look at this, shit's fancy.
Yeah.
This one's got red on it.
No,
Whatever.
you just
got red on
rip
you.
it a little short, and you know you got this really short skirt.
That's my name for the title.
Oh my god.
You've got a bit of red on you.
Yep, alright, we're good.
I told you to go for it.
So, we're done with the chapter, you guys.
You've got a bit of red on you.
Oh my goodness.
And then she sees it's on her slip, and she gets even more pissed off, so she rips that up. She's throwing her clothes all over the place, screaming like a banshee.
Yeah.
And then Jeyne
Throws
Poole
herself-
walks in, looks at this fucking thing, and walks back out. Nope, not
She's
doing
like,
it. I quit.
Yeah, she's like, nope.
Going back to Winterfell.
Get the fuck out of here.
So Sansa crawls into bed, or jumps onto her bed, bawling her eyes out, and falls asleep like Sleeping Beauty.
I saw her, like, in my mind, I can't remember, it's a Disney movie of some kind, but the one where she just, like, falls face first into her bed and just plop, and her hair, like, puffs up and then falls down.
Sleeping Beauty.
Was it?
No, isn't that Cinderella where she's, like, cleaning the house all day, and she gets tired and...
I thought it was, Tangled.
Yeah, that's Tangled.
Tangled. Because she cleans the house all day and then falls into her bed and
No,
tangles.
I was thinking Sleeping Beauty, where she goes running up to her room crying because she doesn't get to marry the prince.
Was that Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah. Right after she finds out she was the princess, and she didn't realize the boy she fell in love with
Was the prince.
was the prince, and she thought it was just a basic white boy, and she fell in
But
love.
it was a dirt people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she thought they were both
Then
dirt
she
people at
found
that
out
point.
she was a prince, and she thought she was going to lose him forever, and ran up to her room crying.
How fucking stupid is she that she saw a guy that, well, he don't got any shit on him. That's obviously not a dirt people.
She was raised in the forest by 3 fairies.
that she thought were normal people.
Yeah.
How do you
But, like,
raise the king? He doesn't got any shit on him.
exactly.
Which I think applies in
Monty
I think that
Python
applies in
quote?
Westeros as well.
I think it does.
Is that a Monty
Yes,
Python?
it's-
Yeah, it's the Monty
Quest for the
Python
Holy
reference.
Grail. Yes.
Yeah, because the guy walks by and goes, he must be a king.
How can you tell? He hasn't got any shit on him.
Yeah.
So Sansa's woken up midday by Septa Mordane pounding on her door.
Time to go stand in front of your father.
Your father's calling her, yeah. And she wakes up
Sansa,
talking
I'm
to
not
Lady.
your father.
Yeah,
She wakes up talking to Lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like when she first hears her name being called, or hears Sansa, your Lord Father will see you, like, she's talking late. I feel like it's one of those things where, like, maybe the lady was saying that to her. Where, like, she's talking to her.
Like the wolf in her dream
Yeah.
is moving its mouth and Septa Mordane's words is coming out.
Yeah, how they were, like, running in the field together, and then all of a sudden Lady just turns to her, like, Sansa, your dad's ready to see you.
Maybe.
I thought that would be hilarious.
And, like,
That'd be funny.
face morphs into Septa Mordane's.
Oh, God.
That'd be
Nightmare!
really
Nightmare!
funny. Really creepy.
So, yes, so they have to go and be judged by the hand of the king.
So Sansa
Her and
gets
Arya.
all dolled up.
Rough.
She gets all dolled up, yeah.
Yeah.
Arya's like,
just
whatever,
make yourself beautiful. Arya's still wearing the leather pants she wore to breakfast that morning.
Yeah.
It was probably the same pants she wore in the barn yesterday.
Which
walking around the stables.
Guaranteed she did not fall asleep the entire time she was in there. She was probably like balancing on one foot the whole time.
Oh, she was probably swinging needle around.
Yeah.
And Septa Mordain has to drag Arya, and she's carrying her like a flailing sack of potatoes.
She probably had like a doll of Sansa, and she was
Here's
stabbing
your
her with
other
needles.
daughter. And just throws her on the floor and walks back out.
Yep. Like, get the fuck in there. I'm done with you. And then Septa, like, goes and finds a chair and just collapses. You're like, I fucking hate those two.
10 minutes of peace.
Yeah.
Well, she got all mid-morning. I don't know what she's talking about.
That's true. She did have all morning to
Well,
relax.
because she probably had a meeting with the Hand
Probably.
during that time to
To
explain
tell
what was
her
going to
what's
happen.
on. And before Ned can say anything, Sansa's like, it's her fault! It's her fault! She knew
Yeah.
she started it!
Like, immediately goes into this long-winded explanation about how it's not her fault.
And how
It's completely her
Arya
fault.
ruined her dress because there's red on it because she threw the fucking orange and the
And it was my special dress!
Oh my god!
And Ned's just like, enough! Enough!
I'm done.
Ned belongs in this podcast. Enough, you dumb bitch! Shut up!
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just like, I can see in my brain, like, the vein bulging out of his neck, and like the one in the neck and then the one in the forehead too, like right on the temple, like I can just see
And he's
those.
just hearing Sansa's voice, but it's actually Catelyn's voice just screaming in his head.
But it really just kind of sounds like the sound from the Psycho movie.
Or nails on a chalkboard.
Yes.
Alright, that's enough. Thank you.
And then Eddard hadn't actually heard an entire thing of what Sansa had just said.
Yeah.
All he heard was that annoying sound.
And Arya steps in and goes, I'm sorry, Daddy, it was all my fault.
Yeah, I beg my two sisters' forgiveness.
Shocker.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
I don't know what the hell she was thinking.
she was trying to get out of trouble.
Yeah.
She was sucking up.
Probably.
And then immediately
probably
Sansa's
because
like,
she knows the last time she and her fought, a wolf died.
yeah.
That's
So-
true.
Arya actually remembers her consequences from when shit happens.
Yeah.
That is
She
true.
lost her wolf because she had to make her leave, and
Yeah.
then ladies got killed because Arya couldn't just...
Because Sansa couldn't just shut the fuck up.
I mean, Sansa couldn't just shut the fuck up, but Arya also had to, Arya helped with the problem. Like, she didn't try to negate the problem.
because Arya's the one that attacked the prince.
Yeah.
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 So, oh my god.
Rightly so.
But then, so Sansa's, like,
Speechless.
completely knocked off guard. Like, she's just like, wait, she apologized? What?
What did you say?
Was that an I'm sorry? Like, what? You know that word?
But then her next words out of her mouth are, well, what the fuck are you gonna do about my dress?
Yeah.
Not,
Yeah.
thank you.
Not thanks,
maybe
but...
maybe I
Well,
could sew
how are you
a
gonna
new
fucking
one.
fix it?
And she was... Yeah.
Maybe I could sew you a new one.
I know, and then she's like, you couldn't sew shit, you dumb bitch! Like, you couldn't sew a dress fit to clean pigsties.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
But
you,
you know what? She could
Sansa.
probably
granted,
tie
it's true.
1,000 brooms together.
Granted, it's true.
It's true. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not true. But I mean, you have to say it like that.
You didn't get my joke.
Oh, I didn't, wait.
So she could probably tie 1,000 brooms together.
Oh, yeah, that would clean out the pigsties a little bit.
Or 1,000 Viserys's.
Yeah.
But,
Oh
you know,
my goodness.
I like that she was trying, even if it was just to get out of trouble.
But she was like legitimately like, she was, well, maybe I can wash it for you. And Sansa's like, you can't wash it! And she goes, well, then I'll make you a new one. She goes, you can't fucking make me a new one!
The queen had it made personally.
Yeah. And it's just like, bitch!
Even if Arya was doing it just to get out of trouble, she at least made it look like she
Yeah.
was trying.
She was at least like
And
legitimately...
Sansa wanted nothing to do with it.
And in front of her
She
father...
just wanted Arya to pay.
Yeah, and in front of her father, she knows that whatever she says to her sister at this point, like, if I say I'm gonna make you a new dress, then her dad's gonna hold her to that.
Right.
So she knows whatever she says right now, she's gonna be held to. Like, she's gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
It's not something she's just saying to say it, to get out of trouble and then forget about it later. Like, she knows what she's doing.
And then Ned says, shut up, that's not why I brought you here. I don't care about a fucking flying fruit.
You guys
Yeah.
are going home.
Yeah.
But Dad, we didn't mean to fight.
Yeah, no, they're both like, no, we can't go! And then he goes, wait, whoa,
This
you guys
is
are
not
agreeing on
about the
something?
fight.
Yeah, but he's like, you guys agree on something. Holy shit!
Just had a heart attack. Hold on.
Yeah.
The palpitations down.
Yeah. I gotta take some deep breaths here, guys.
But it wasn't about the fight this morning. He could give two shits about the fight this morning because he just wants his daughters to be safe. It's all about protecting the children.
Because,
I put that in here.
Because their
That's
men
in
were
the next chapter.
because their men were brutally destroyed. Not like 3 miles from here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she...
Sansa doesn't think it wasn't that big of a deal.
She really doesn't. Like, 3 of people from her household that she's known her entire life are dead, and she's just like,
yeah, but they were ugly.
Yeah, they were ugly dirt people, so who cares?
Yeah.
So Ned says, this is really important. I want you girls safe. I'm sending you home away from all the chaos and all the dangerous people.
Yep, I'm shipping you home.
And Sansa says, I'm not going. I'm getting married.
Yeah, you can't send me. I'm
Ned's like, no, you're not. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm canceling that party. You're not getting married. I'll find you someone much nicer.
Yeah, I'll find you somebody who is, when you're old enough, I'll find you somebody who is brave and kind.
A match with a high lord who's worthy of you, someone brave and gentle and strong. This match with Joffrey was a terrible mistake. The boy is no Prince Aemon.
I want to know why he compared him to Aemon. Was it because Sansa compared him to Aemon?
Yeah, it's because he knows that Sansa's an idiot.
Oh,
and all she thinks about is the knights of the stories.
Yeah. Her fucking stories.
Yeah, so
she'll find out.
She doesn't want somebody brave.
Yeah, I don't want somebody brave and gentle.
She wants Joffrey.
She, at this point in the story, she has no idea what this boy is capable of.
Yeah, and she has no idea what she's asking for. Like, she has no idea the foreshadowing she has laid down in front of us. That are already seeing his psychopathic tendencies, and she goes, I don't want anybody brave and gentle. I want a sociopath that's gonna murder people.
Yeah.
Yep. And then she starts fighting with Arya because she wants a son with golden hair who will someday be king of the realms.
Who will be as brave as the wolf. And doesn't want someone brave and gentle, but will be as brave as the wolf and as proud as the lion.
To which Arya's like, he's not a lion, you twat. He's a fucking stag.
Yeah.
To which Sansa goes...
Sansa's like,
no, he's not.
No, he's not. He's nothing like that drunken king.
And then, light bulb in Ned's head.
Yeah, Ned's just like...
Finally, light bulb in Ned's head.
Like, literally... a brick on the front of a freight train out of left field plows Ned over the face, and he's just like, oh.
Okay, you two need to go. Wow. Finally figured it out. So I gotta get this down.
If there's a train coming out of left field, how fast is it going?
Well, I don't have 2 points, so I don't know yet.
Which direction is left field?
To the right.
No, that's right field. If you're at home plate, left field is to your left, right field is to your right.
See?
Is that how that works?
We're all
yes.
So then if you're in left field, then it's to your right. Because it's backwards.
No, this is my left field.
If you're in left field, you're already in left field, so it's not to your anything.
I am your left field.
Oh, okay.
And the computer says left field.
Oh. I can't do directions.
So like if I were a bat, you're the left fielder, she's the right fielder.
Okay.
And that's how it's done in baseball.
But he's my left field and you're my right field.
Okay.
I'm your left field and he's your right field. Do we have it mansplained enough for you? So, light bulb.
Yeah, light bulb. And I was like, okay, you two need to go to bed, because I gotta figure some shit out.
It's noon, you gotta go to bed.
We'll be going on a boat in a few days to go home. The sea is safer than the King's Road.
And yes, Sirio will come with you, if he agrees.
Fun fact, the King's Road isn't safe because Catelyn
has been running amok.
Exactly.
Throughout the fucking Riverlands.
Fucking kidnapping people.
With the last name Lannister.
Yes. So it's not that the King's Road's not safe. It's just that Catelyn made it not safe.
It's not safe if you're a Stark.
Yeah, because you're fucking kidnapping people.
Yeah, exactly.
I just wanted to point that out there. That the reason that he can't send his children home the King's Road is because his wife's a fucking idiot.
So he's like, I'm sorry to give you the bad news. Go to bed. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, the irony.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Septa Mordain marches them back to her room.
Yep.
And Sansa's crying. Forget this whole queen bullshit. She's bawling her eyes out because her life is ruined. She's losing everything she's ever wanted.
Actually, first Ned tells them, do not tell anybody.
Oh, yes.
He does tell them specifically.
Yep.
Which, by the way, just spoiler alert, Sansa's going to break that rule coming up in her next chapter.
Because he specifically told her not to tell anybody.
Right.
She's a Tully. She was given explicit directions by Ned Stark.
So she will do the opposite.
So she has to do the exact opposite.
She tells Joffrey, doesn't she?
She tells Cersei.
Oh,
of all fucking people.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In her defense...
See, at this point,
Ned's already told Cersei by that point.
That's true.
That's fair. So Cersei already
I really do think, though, for their protection, he should have told the children they were not allowed to leave the tower.
Because the guards that they're not allowed to leave the tower.
He did tell the guards
it's all about protecting the children. No, he said to double the guards. He did not say the children were not allowed outside the...
He said no one was allowed to come or go without his knowing.
Well, right, but that doesn't mean the children aren't allowed to leave the tower.
Like, Sansa still has to go to court because it's expected.
That's true.
But I still think he should have told them they were not allowed to leave the tower. They were supposed to stay and help them pack and leave.
Well, that would have guaranteed that she would have left the tower.
That's true. It would also guarantee that Arya would have left the tower, because she would have pulled a Bran and fallen out a window to get the fuck out of there.
She probably would have not pulled a Bran. She probably just would have climbed down safely.
Oh.
Well, he can't do that anymore, so thanks for showing
Bran didn't even pull a Bran, because it wasn't Bran's fault.
That's true.
Because he saw what he wasn't supposed to see.
Yeah.
He was pushed. Bran never falls.
He saw what he wasn't supposed to see.
He doesn't remember what he saw.
He does not remember what he saw.
But he did see what he wasn't supposed to see.
So Arya's trying to console her sister, trying to make up for all the bad things that have happened today.
Trying to very specifically not be a shit person.
Yes.
To which Sansa responds by being a shit person.
By saying, Hodor! Hodor! Like, you ought to marry Hodor! You're just like him, you big, stupid, hairy, and ugly!
She's so pissed. Sansa is so
Have I mentioned
pissed.
I hate Sansa?
Have I mentioned that Sansa should get fucking sat on by Hodor?
No, that's a new one.
By the mountain.
I've already told you that I think Sansa should marry the mountain. I've said that before.
Sansa is really brutal to her sister. I don't
Yes,
like it.
and her sister's like genuinely trying to comfort her right now.
Well, yeah, because Sansa's losing everything. Arya's not losing anything in this. I mean, her dancing teacher is coming home with her.
Hopefully.
And hopefully. Well, as of right now, this is the plan.
What the fuck else does Syrio have to do right now?
Right, he's getting paid.
Train other people?
Well, he's getting paid good money from Ned Stark to teach.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Ned would pay him
In
very
private.
well to come to the north. Yeah.
And he'd live at the castle.
Arya gets to go home. She gets to be with her brothers.
Mm-hmm.
She gets to take her teacher with her. She gets everything she wants, and Sansa's losing everything.
Well, that's fine, because Sansa's a shit person and Arya's
I
not,
understand.
so I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm just being a bit too conscientious here, aren't I?
You are. You really are.
No, you're absolutely correct.
You are correct. We just are terrible people and want that to happen to
well,
her.
that's fine, because it sucks to be Sansa, so who cares?
Because Sansa, literally...
Sometimes it's okay to have, like, the nicer part of the person.
In this chapter, two people on multiple occasions have tried to be nice to Sansa for her to turn around and be a cunt to them. And then she gets everything taken away from her. Jeyne Poole.
Jeyne wasn't being nice. Jeyne was doing her job.
Jeyne was doing her job, but it's also her job to be nice to Sansa, and Sansa's still being a cunt to her.
She was still being nice.
She was still being nice to her. She was going with the conversation that she didn't want to do. She was going with the conversation she didn't want to be a part of. She doesn't give a shit what happens at court, because she'll never be allowed to be there.
Put it this way, Sansa and Joffrey deserve each other.
Yeah. So, she's,
That's
these people...
brutal to say, but I kind of agree.
Yeah,
exactly.
because these people are trying so hard to be nice to her, and then she loses a couple things, and loses her fucking shit about it. The reason...
But she didn't just lose a couple things. To her, she's lost everything. She's lost her future, she's lost her husband, she's lost everything she's always ever wanted.
Her babies with the golden hairs?
She didn't want to be a queen until after she was betrothed anyway.
No, but she did want to marry a gallant prince and knight.
Yeah, she's
to
always...
which Ned said, I'll find you one.
Right, but...
One who's actually like a knight.
Right, but because she's been offered the prince, now she doesn't want anything, because everything else will be less than.
Yeah, I mean...
That's true.
Yeah.
Everyone else is the dirt people now.
Yeah, I mean...
Even the knights are dirt people.
You have steak and lobster, and you're like...
You're not going to want lobster... If you get steak and lobster, you're not going to want lobster mac and cheese.
I don't know, I love lobster mac and cheese.
With fake lobster.
Oh.
Yeah.
So flopster mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Point
you don't
made.
want that.
Yeah, I mean, I make that for
I have to explain it to you.
No, I make that for myself all the time, so, I actually like it, but... It's just rough.
Tell me about it.
Alright, so that's the end of this fucking chapter. Thank fucking God.
We managed to talk for 2 hours about Sansa.
And you said it was going to take us all 40 seconds.
I'm going to guarantee that after you cut this down, it's 45 minutes of us talking about Sansa
Easily
and 15 minutes of us doing random tangents that are funny enough to keep
The
in.
one thing I hate about... one more thing I hate about Sansa chapters is there's no theory shit to it.
Yeah.
It's all teenage bullshit.
Yeah.
Eventually, there are Sansa chapters that do involve some theories.
I haven't seen one yet, so
Not
as
yet.
of right now, there are none.
Yeah, not yet, but there are some.
They don't exist in our world.
Not yet.
Not yet. What are we discussing next, Maester?
Well, first we need to come up with a name.
Oh, we already agreed on one.
Yeah.
Are we all agreed?
Yeah, we already agreed with that one. We're done. Done with that.
All
Yeah, we're
agreed
good.
that You've Got Red on You.
Yep.
Awesome. So this chapter will forever be known as You've Gotten Red on You.
Yep.
Love
We don't even need other options.
Love it. For anybody out there who doesn't know what we're talking about, A, watch great movies. B, Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
C, repeat.
D, Hot Fuzz if you have time.
There you go.
I was just looking over my notes, and the one that sticks out is I literally just wrote such a prissy twat.
Yeah. I wrote, fuck this bitch. Literally wrote, fuck this bitch.
And this child knows nothing.
Oh, I did have one thing that I wanted to throw in there about Littlefinger that I forgot about until just now.
That is kissing her ass?
Yes, but so he did the really deep bow, and she wasn't sure if he was mocking her or if he was, like, complimenting her.
Mocking her.
Yeah, he was absolutely mocking her.
And I think he was mocking her, but I also think he was doing that deep bow because he wanted to get closer to them titties.
Well, that might be a bit of a stretch.
She's 11.
But, you know.
She probably ain't got no titties. I mean, she's not wearing your rack at 11.
I had my rack at 11. I went from, like, 9 to 11, and, like, within a year, these things were Ds.
Right, but remember, I mean, if she had titties, George would mention them.
Yes.
That's fair. He does mention Daenerys' titties a couple times.
Right. So.
Okay. Alright. Fair point. I see that.
Probably not.
Listen, she's Tully, or Catelyn Tully Jr.
Maybe he wanted to sniff the hair.
That could be that. I mean, she's Catelyn Tully Jr., so Littlefinger's about that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, if he can't have Catelyn, he's going to get the next best thing.
That's why he's, like, stroking her cheek and stuff like that.
He doesn't
and
have the
all
next best thing.
cuddly.
He has Lysa.
That's the third best thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Sansa came out of Catelyn's twat.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's probably the second best thing because Lysa has lands that he could help her rule. Sansa does not.
That and he's already had sex with Lysa.
Fair. Well, he got Lysa to get her lands so he could kill her and then marry Sansa and then
so
have them be...
more lands.
Yeah. Well, not even just have more lands, but...
She doesn't get any lands until after Robb dies. And
Yeah,
Rob's not dead right now.
Yeah.
Right, but even then, when they go to Bran, but Bran goes missing.
No, she would technically... No, because women can rule under the old gods.
Okay.
So she could technically...
Oh, that's right, because there was I was going to say, her mother ruled Bear Island until she died.
Yeah. And Mage Mormont is ruling Bear Island right now.
Yep.
Till she dies.
Yeah.
And then Lyanna rules.
Yes, until Lyanna takes over.
11-year-old who actually was raised in a castle and is not a complete and total dumb
Yeah, but is nothing like that in the books.
Oh, that's
like she's mentioned in passing one time in the books.
That's sad.
That's still better than Sansa.
That's accurate.
I mean, I think we'd have a hard time finding anything that we could name that's not better than Sansa.
I'm going with STDs for 300.
I'm gonna have to call that a tie. Because you can treat STDs with a shot, all but one.
How about polio?
Let's say this is like the herp. She's like the herpes.
Well, yeah, but you can treat that. I mean, yes, it never goes away, but it goes away.
So you just have the...
It just keeps coming back.
I say Sansa's the herpes of the book. She's... Sansa, no matter. But she's the herpes of the book because she goes away and then she keeps reoccurring.
And she's going to keep reoccurring real quick because we got like another Sansa coming up in like 3 chapters.
No, we don't.
2.
No, we don't.
Yeah, it's like Eddard, Daenerys, Sansa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, next Sansa chapter is like a while away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's 6 chapters out of here.
Okay. It's still coming up pretty quickly.
Yeah, because
it's
the chapter's
only a
not long
couple
enough.
weeks.
It is. Oh, God.
So what's next on the agenda, Maester?
Next on the agenda is Eddard 12.
Eddard 12.
Where Eddard shows more stupidity.
But he finally gets the answer he was looking for.
I know it's a shocker, guys, but Ed is even more dumb in the next chapter.
I almost fainted and fell out of my seat just now.
Well, because he has to protect the children.
This is a story of protecting children.
And it says specifically in this chapter, it's about protecting the children.
Yeah, I say this. Yeah, this is a story of ice and fire protecting children. So there's that. So if you want to listen to all of our full and total bullshit uncut, you can join our Patreon, and for as little as $1 a month, you can sign up, get unedited versions, the early releases, and some other cool shit. And then if you do for $5 a month, you get to join us
For talking about random bullshit.
For talking about random bullshit.
For an episode of your choice.
Exactly.
For an episode of your choice to break down a chapter that you like or don't like.
Yeah, or don't like.
However you want to do it.
As long as that episode already has not been claimed.
Right,
exactly.
We're not going to redo an episode.
If you absolutely hate Sansa or Catelyn too, you can totally join us for a Sansa or Catelyn chapter. I don't know why you would.
That would take us forever.
Completely rag on Sansa or Catelyn. Or if you love Catelyn,
or
come on
you
and try
can
to challenge
argue.
us.
Yeah, go ahead and challenge us. I would love to sit and listen to you guys fight over it.
Yeah, so you're going to have 3 people sitting here not agreeing with you the entire time, so have fun with that.
I will sit here and watch and listen to both sides.
Other than the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/ironwood.
Hell yeah.
You can find us on our website at iceandfirepod.com.
All our episodes are there. Cool shit.
And you can find us on Twitter.
I'm at Maester Ironwood.
I am at Lady_Wyvern.
And I am at Widow Wolfsbane.
Bam.
And you can hashtag
Instagram,
search.
blah, 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 whatever. Hashtag Ice and Fire Pod.
Yeah, I say you can hashtag Ice and Fire Pod anywhere and find us pretty much anywhere.
And don't we have a YouTube channel?
We have a YouTube channel. You can just search for the Ironwood Network.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yep.
I feel like we should get a Tumblr. I hate Tumblr. Not me. Not doing it.
So then why would we get a Tumblr if
I don't know.
nobody wants to do a Tumblr?
I'd say nobody wants to.
I've never used Tumblr.
I've never used it either. I don't like it.
No, thank you.
Blogging. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't either.
We do enough talking. We don't need to do writing.
Yeah, I'm not transcribing this shit. Sorry, people who are hearing impaired, but I can't.
Literally can't even.
Yeah.
Especially not a Sansa.
Too white girl for that.
I don't think they'd get our jokes on paper.
All right, so
yeah.
Until we catch you next time in Eddard 12, have a good one, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.